Because at first you did have a list of people. Yeah, like I was never big on like saying like I'll fight him. Or just going out and like calling someone out. But if like promoters, like our promoters, like don't have conversation, like they bring it to me, for sure I'm not turning it down. You know, so I will fight whoever type shit that's in my weight class. Like even if they're a little higher, I'll fight them at like a catch weight for sure. But I was never the person like, oh, go to my promoter and be like, yo, I want to fight this person. Cause I always been like, these guys just came up on the scene too. These niggas is young. Yeah. Like, you feel me? So they wasn't never in the picture for me to be like, oh, I want to fight them. Even now, they not. You feel me? They ain't proved that so. Yep.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So I'm going to continue to bang this drum for you fake boxing fans. That's what I'm going to do. For the fake boxing fans, right? That continue to push false narratives in the sport of boxing. Now, Tank Davis himself just exposed himself and his fans in the sport of boxing once again. Once again. Right? This is why Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe did all the talking for Tank Davis. Because he's always going to back himself in the corner with what his words is and his actions. Two different things. With that said, right? Tank Davis is saying that Shakur and Devin Haney have not proved themselves in the sport of boxing. They new to the sport of boxing. They haven't proven themselves in the sport of boxing yet. Right? And he's acting like they're a generation behind him, Devin Haney and Shakur. Well, in all reality, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson was hotter than Tank Davis. When Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson was getting set to make their debuts as professionals, their names was hotter than Tank Davis. Coming out the amateurs. Everybody knew who Devin Haney was. Everybody knew who Shakur Stevenson was going into the Olympics. So their names was hotter than Tank Davis. Devin Haney is 26 years old. Shakur is 27 years old. Tank is 30. He's saying, like they young. And they ain't make a name for themselves. No, the difference is you signed with Floyd Mayweather. That's the difference. Right? And Floyd Mayweather co-signed you. While he's one of the biggest superstars boxing has ever seen, Floyd Mayweather. Okay? And he co-signed Gervonta Tank Davis on numerous occasions. He directly passed him the baton. Floyd Mayweather was still active and fighting when he signed Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis was known on the East Coast in Baltimore. Shakur Stevenson was globally known, as well as Devin Haney. Everybody knew and couldn't wait to see Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. They couldn't wait. The difference is, once they turned professional, they didn't have the aura of Floyd Mayweather co-signing him. Floyd Mayweather went to the Olympics for Shakur Stevenson. He co-signed Shakur Stevenson. He was training Devin Haney. When they had the whole Tank Davis versus Devin Haney sparring, that's because Devin Haney was Floyd Mayweather's guy. But Bill Haney, the father, trainer, and manager of Devin Haney, chose not to sign with Floyd Mayweather. That's why Floyd Mayweather was salty. And Shakur Stevenson said that Floyd Mayweather never followed up. So he ended up signing with Top Rank before Floyd signed him. Floyd knew Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson before he knew Tank Davis. That's number one. Number two, he says, I'm all for fighting guys when it's brought to my table. I don't turn down nothing. Yet, when you had the opportunity to fight Shakur, he says these guys mention my name when they got fights coming up. Wrong. Shakur Stevenson didn't have no fight. After he beat Artem Harutyunyan in July 6th to be exact, He had no fight. He was a network promotional free agent. That's when you reached out to him to see if he was available to fight because Lomachenko pulled out. And you didn't make the fight happen. Devin Haney, after he beat Regis Prograis, you confirmed that Devin Haney and Turki Al-Sheikh reached out to make a fight, and you turned it down. Devin Haney didn't have a fight. Shakur didn't have a fight. Yet you said they haven't proven themselves. They have accomplished more in the sport of boxing, as accomplishments goes, more than Tank. The only thing Tank has accomplished more than them is that he's earned more money, but that's because Floyd Mayweather was co-signing him. Shakur had to be built up through Top Rank. Devin was doing it on his own and was being blackballed in certain situations. And people not fighting him. Like Teofimo Lopez avoided him. George Kambosos tried to duck him. Lomachenko put him on ice. He couldn't secure those fights. Tank Davis had Floyd Mayweather. He didn't have those marquee fights. Lomachenko had marquee fights. Haney had marquee fights. Shakur marquee fights. Tank don't have that. He had Floyd Mayweather, who strategically chose what direction he was going in, put him on the second biggest fight in boxing history as the co-main event when Floyd fought Conor McGregor. He co-signed Tank Davis. So he says that they didn't achieve anything. Yet you fighting Lamont Roach, who Shakur Stevenson beat the guy who beat him. Lamont Roach lost to Jamel Herring. Shakur dominated Jamel Herring and stripped him of his title. Lamont Roach got dropped by Jamel Herring and lost to Jamel Herring. Lamont Roach has a draw on his record. Lamont Roach fought Hector Garcia after Tank Davis broke his eye socket, and then Tank Davis pulled Hector Garcia up. Hector Garcia go back down. He fights Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is going tooth and nail with Hector Garcia and needed a late round knockdown to win the fight against Hector Garcia. Hector Garcia made his qualms off of beating Chris Colbert as the underdog and a late replacement. Nobody even knew who Hector Garcia was until he beat Chris Colbert and shocked the world. After he beat Chris Colbert, he got the fight with Tank. He lost. And where's Hector Garcia? He had a split decision victory over Hector Garcia. So you fight Lamont Roach Jr. What did he achieve when you saying that these guys haven't achieved nothing and they young? Yet you fought Rolando Rolly Romero, who had 14 fights with 12 knockouts and is the same age as Shakur and Devin and them. Lamont Roach is 29. Shakur is 27. What has Lamont Roach done that garners you to fight Lamont Roach? Then you said you don't get into calling people out. You're not big on that. You wasn't big on it. You said you're still not big on it. The contradictions is ridiculous. Then you just said a month ago that you reached out and sent Shakur Stevenson a contract and he turned it down. Then come to find out that wasn't true. But you said you don't call out fighters. This is bad business for the sport of boxing. When you have somebody that's supposed to be one of the faces of the sport of boxing and carrying the sport of boxing contradicting themselves and not making the biggest fights possible, it's bad for the sport of boxing. It's bad for the sport of boxing. Period. And that's all I got for y'all, man. You saying that as if they are general. There was the Four Kings era. The Four Kings was Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, and Teofimo Lopez. And Shakur Stevenson was a weight class or two below them, and then he moved up. So how is they not in your all of them has done more than Tank Davis? Make it make sense. He's never unified the belts. He's only official champion in one division at 130. He has the regular belt at 135 until he was just handed it, the official one, the super title, when Devin Haney vacated it and moved up, and he has the regular belt at 140. Teofimo Lopez is a unified champion and two-division champion. Devin Haney is an undisputed champion and two-division champion, holding and beating the official champion for the belts. Make it make sense. But you fighting Lamont Roach and Rolly Romero, and you saying that Shakur and Devin hasn't achieved anything yet? Make it make sense, man. But that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.